37 claimed kills, 5 confirmed deaths, 2 escaped victims, all at the hands of one man. Who is it? Well, that's a question that has lingered for years, and we're finally on the cusp of getting that answer. Today I will be informing you on the serial killer known as the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer's murders started in the 60s. He targeted young couples and is known for his ciphered messages he sent to newspapers. The case has been cold until recently. A group of ex-investigators is said to have solved the case. Now, I know we all have a true crime junkie inside of us who just knows we're the ones who can solve the case. But, luckily, the group who cracked the code was a group of ex-investigators, police, agents, and news journalists. So, that leads me to my next question. What exactly did the Zodiac Killer do? Well, as I mentioned before, he targeted young couples. His first victims, according to the Hindustan Times, were high school sweethearts, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday. On September 20th, 1968, this young couple went out for a date, but the night ended in tragedy when the Zodiac Killer shot the man in the head and the woman in the back 5 times as she tried to flee the scene. The next victim, also a young couple. They were just a few miles down from the first incident and were shot as well. The third incident is where things start to get a little more interesting. The murderer stabbed its victims, but instead of leaving them for dead, he calls the police admitting his crimes and then is never heard of or found. The Zodiac Killer also killed a male cab driver. So, what made the Zodiac Killer stand out in the media so prominently? Well, according to biography.com, on October 1st, 1969, the San Francisco Examiner, San Francisco Chronicle, and Vallejo Times Herald all received an identical handwritten letter starting like this. Dear editor, I am the killer of the 2 teenagers from Christmas last at Lake Herman. These letters contain details only the killer could know about these deaths. In addition to that, the letters contained ciphers with hints about the identity of who the Zodiac Killer was, messages, and mockings of the police for not being able to figure out who he was or break his ciphers. So you may ask, why did the newspapers continue to put this on the front page? Well, if they didn't, they were threatened with that the Zodiac Killer would kill even more people, children even. So, this went on for years. But then in 1974, it came to an abrupt halt. The murders and letters stopped. While the murders stopped, the investigations did not. In fact, they continue to today. The case has been cold until recently. According to The Guardian, in October of 2021, a group of 40 ex-investigators known as the Case Breakers finally cracked the code to the cipher. Cracking the code to the cipher led them to a name, Gary Francis Post. So, is Gary Francis Post the Zodiac Killer? Well, when they found a picture of him, they were able to identify an identical scar on his forehead that matches the one from police sketches many years ago. While the case breakers believe this to be enough evidence, the FBI and current police do not. According to CNN, both the FBI and police have released statements saying that the Zodiac Killer mystery is still open and that the evidence the case breakers presented is not enough. So, 37 claimed kills, 5 confirmed dead, 2 escaped victims, all at the hands of one man, Gary Francis posts. The mystery of the Zodiac Killer has finally been solved. After years of investigation, the brutal murders and the mystery of the ciphers have finally been solved by the case breakers. So, do you think Gary Francis is the one to blame? Is the Zodiac murders really solved? Or do you think the Zodiac Killer's still out there, waiting for you to solve his puzzles?